Okay, so that's a really good question. And I think to answer that, people need to understand that different brokers provide different types of service. And so what a broker does depends on which broker you're actually going to see. But my type of broking, or how we like to run things in our office, is we like to fully understand a client's entire financial position. So we want to know what they're doing at the moment with work, with family, and in life. And we want to know where they want to get to in 5 and 10 and 15 years' time. And we're not just about finding a home loan that suits them. We want to improve the whole entire financial life. Looking at things like their home loan, income protection, their superannuation, how they save money, how they run a budget, or even if they even know what a budget is. We really want to understand their entire financial situation. So when we're providing advice and giving them value, we're actually giving something that suits them and suits their lifestyle. When we're sitting down with a client and asking them questions, looking at their documents and finding out exactly who they are, it's really important for them to be open with us so we can provide the absolute best advice back to them. And we want to know what we're setting up for them and creating for them is going to suit them next week and next year and in 5 years' time. There's nothing worse than a client coming into us who's dealt with a bank or another broker before and going, oh, I wish I met you 2 or 3 years ago. It's the worst thing we ever want to hear, because we know that they've perhaps wasted the last 2, 3, 4 years of their life by not actually doing what they need or not having the right products to do what they need to set themselves up. So understanding and listening to what they're trying to achieve in their life is the number one thing of what we do as a mortgage broker. I love hearing this. Mortgage brokers get people the best rate. And it's an interesting idea because it's only a very small part of what we actually do. Now, if you've got 2 different providers providing the exact same service, it would make sense to go with the cheaper service, the cheaper cost. That makes absolute sense. But you need to understand what you're actually applying for or trying to get. And I'll use a car analogy, like I do with my clients, is you can get a Hyundai 2-litre vehicle, or you can get a BMW 2-litre vehicle. They're both 2-litre engines, they're both 4 cylinders, and they're both going to get you from point A to point B. One's much, much cheaper than the other, but one of those has perhaps what we call more features or more bells and whistles. And there's probably a degree of stature on having a European car, but besides that, the BMW's got a lot more safety features, it's got a lot more internal features, it's got more economical features, and even though it's a more expensive vehicle, it can be cheaper in the long run by providing what you want in a vehicle, by having the things that you need, not having to go buy GPSs, not having to go service, having better economical running of that vehicle. So having the cheapest interest rate in a home loan is only a very small part of what you're looking at. The features of what it does, and matching those features up to what you're trying to achieve is vitally important. I've been a broker for 14 years. I've never ever had the cheapest home loan available to the market myself ever, because what I need from my home loan is a lot more than just interest rate and repayments. I need the ability to be able to offset with large sums of money. I need the ability to pay it off quicker. I need the ability to switch it from a variable to fixed at different times. So having different capabilities within your home loan is just as important as the interest rate. But please don't get me wrong, if you've got the exact same product and there are 2 of them, the cheapest interest rate is going to be better. How do you find a great broker? I suppose going back to the cheapest rate, if you're going to sit down with someone and they're going to type all your details into some sales software, and then within 3 or 4 seconds it's going to pop up and it's got 5 or 6 different lenders and it's got the cheapest rate from at the bottom going down to more expensive. If that's the type of service you're looking for, you can type cheapest home loan into Google and do that yourself. That's not a mortgage broker, that's a person acting as Google. What a mortgage broker is going to do is fully understand who you are, what you want to do, and then give you advice to make sure you're going into the right product, the product that suits you and is going to help you for the next few years. That mortgage broker will also provide ongoing advice. So someone to check in with every 6 or 12 months to make sure your loan is still working well. If you have a life event or a catastrophe or a good thing or something changes, you can go back to that same person and get some more advice. Oh, I've met a partner, we both have properties, we want to amalgamate it. All those sort of things. Someone who's typing your details into a computer is not providing advice, they're acting as Google. What you want is someone that understands your situation and wants to do the right thing for you as your life changes over the next few years.